What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated, right? So the New York Giants season comes to an end in the divisional playoff round by losing to the Philadelphia Eagles for the third time, 38-7. Hey, listen, guys, there's levels to this, man. Let's be honest, right? So I can't say I'm mad. Can't say I'm shocked. I thought they would have played better, but listen, man, the Eagles are loaded from top to bottom, right? I mean, they have it on offense, on defense. They got A.J. Brown. They got him up from the Titans. Remember him? I forgot they had Gardner Williams from the Saints. He was a top safety out there. Sam Reddick, right? He's out there on the edge, right? They got him from Arizona. I mean, you got to think they. Of course, I forgot they even had Ndamukong Suh, right? So they just loaded up in the offseason. And you see it, just what their record was this year. They're just, it's just a talent difference, man. It's just a big talents gap. And I think that's why we lost today, honestly. You just see it. The Giants just aren't there yet, and that's okay. Because we all knew we were playing with house money getting as far as we did. No one saw the Giants going as far as they did this year. No one. So to see, them come to an end now, two games, guys, from being in the Super Bowl. That's an accomplishment like no other, man. So listen, let's get to the highlights, right? It's going to be heavy Eagles highlights, of course. But listen, man, I'm really proud of this team. I am, right? You're not going to win them all, man. And plus, especially when you're going against a juggernaut like this, who's probably going to wind up being in the Super Bowl. It's tough, right? So I think the Giants, they tried to do the best that they could. I think Daniel Jones came back down to earth today because he saw a pass rush like no other. The Eagles have the most, sacks in the league. They got 4 guys on that defensive line, I believe, that have over 10 sacks. They have a ferocious defense, man. And on the outside, of course, you have Darius Slay. I mean, I'm just naming players. Of course, they picked up James Bradbury from us. Like, I don't know where they're getting all this money from, but they're just loaded, man. And I think that's what it is. The Giants just could not match them player for player, and it showed. Saquon Barkley played okay, but like I started off saying, Daniel Jones came back down to earth. Right, you saw exactly playing against that top defense. They kind of get you on your toes. He didn't run that much today. I think he was, he's getting a little happy feet. So hey man, once again, when you're playing against the Vikings are a different type of caliber team than the Eagles. The Eagles were seen as probably the best team in the league this year until Jalen Hurts went down, and of course for those 3 games, and they wound up going 1-2. Or I believe you're 1-2, but they were 0-2 without Jalen Hurts. So when he's back in that lineup throwing those weapons, Devontae Smith and Miles Sanders and A.J. Brown, of course, Goddard, they're tough, man. And he can run, so it was just one of those games, man. It just was. I know I'm sounding like I'm kind of speechless, but you have to give it to him. You just have to. But for me, most importantly, I'm excited about what the Giants are going to be next year and the year after, right? I really think Brian Daboll is really going to load up in free agency, get top guys, and, of course, do great things in the draft. I think it's going to be really, really great to see what the Giants are going to be. But, of course, we got to secure Daniel Jones because I do think he is the quarterback of the future, and we got to secure Saquon Barkley. I also think we got to make sure that we lock in Dexter Lawrence. Whatever we do, having a big monster like that in the middle, destroying defenses, you can't find. He's an All-Pro this year. We can't do the same thing what we did with Landon Collins. When Landon Collins was an All-Pro, we let him go, right? We can't let that happen with Dexter Lawrence. So we just got to make sure we get some money. Make sure the money's available for all 3 of those guys, and then you start building, right? So you got the draft coming up. Of course, we'll definitely do some shows on that. What we see the Giants possibly drafting, and also as far as free agency goes. But we definitely have to get stronger on the outside. We got to get better wideouts. We all know that, better wide receivers. We definitely got to get stronger in the middle with the linebackers. Jalen Smith is okay, but I definitely feel like we definitely have to get linebackers, and we definitely need help out there in the corners. Dory Jackson can't do it by himself. I think we're good in the safety spot with Julian Love and, of course, X-Man back there, McKinney. But we have to get the corners. We got to get those corners. That's where you finally look in the draft. You look for guys like that, maybe free agency. But next year is going to be the year. I think the Giants are really going to make a big push next year because I think Dable and Joe Shane are going to be on the phone making power moves for the Giants during the draft and during free agency, which is going to be great. But listen, guys, successful season. This is something we did not see coming, and it's just great to see. I enjoyed the ride while it lasted. You got to admit that. But hey, man, it's bittersweet, right? Bittersweet, tough loss tonight. But to a better team, you got to give it to them. The Eagles are legit. That's this year, though, right? We give them that this year. But next year, I think we're going to be ready to go. I think we are. I think another year under Dable's system with Daniel Jones, I think it's going to help him. I think he's going to see the field better. You see him already start at the end of the season start to pick up the playbook where he played better. Of course, these last couple of games, he's been exceptional, man. So I think his ceiling is very, very high in this offense. And I think that great things to come from him and this offense, right? We just got to get stronger on the outside with wide receivers. Maybe get a couple of pieces on the line also to help out. I think another year for Evan Neal, he'll do better, right? So we got a lot of things to be happy about. Well, Kayvon Thibodeau came around this year. He looks great, our top draft pick from Oregon. So the future is bright for us, guys. The future is bright. So, take this loss on the chin, right? Dust ourselves off and get ready for the offseason. Because I think the Giants got something cooking here, man. We're definitely building something great. All right, but listen, that's my show. All right, I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, all right? Also, too, please leave comments so we can go back and forth and debate. Once again, please subscribe. All right? I'm LV Live, and I'm out. Peace.